Hi, and welcome to Old School Blues Guitar. It is time for the classic blues lick for the months of November and December 2016, last lessons of the month, of the year. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach a lick from a rhythm and blues tune from the early 50s. It's called Chicken Blues by a group called the Dominoes, most famous for its leader Billy Ward and one-time lead singer Clyde McPhatter, later Jackie Wilson, and sang with them as well. But this tune here features the guitar playing of a guy named Rene Hall, who I first learned about from a guy in California named Tommy Harkenreiter, whose lessons I've purchased a few of his jazz blues guitar lessons, and he's a fantastic teacher, and he likes to look at some of these lesser known guitar players. And Rene Hall was the guy you hear playing the chords and the fills on the Dominoes records in the 50s. And when I was in high school, I bought a Dominoes Greatest Hits record, and I always thought the guitar was pretty cool on that, but I never knew who it was or never thought to listen to it. And the song Chicken Blues, this is one of the great R&B songs of the 50s, and it is loaded with great lick ideas, and later I plan on doing a song breakdown on this whole tune. But for now, I'm going to pick out one lick, one idea from that tune that I think is really cool. And you hear other guys use this as well, but I'm just going to use this as the reference. And the lick is played over the second position bar chord. So the original tune, I think, is in the key of F. And so we're going to do it in F. And this is a second position F bar chord, like a power chord type thing. And then the double stop that could be played over that on the first and second strings is like this. And so my first finger is on the 8th fret of the first string, and my second finger is on the 10th fret of the second string. And licks like that are the double stop. He actually plays a couple of those in the tune Chicken Blues. But when he gets ready to kick off the solo, he leads into the solo with this really cool kind of, I don't know how to describe it, lick over this second position chord. And let me show it to you one time. And that is the lick that he uses to kick off the solo. And that first idea, you can use that in a lot of different ways. And what I'm doing, basically playing over that double stop, but I'm going to put my first finger to get both the first and second strings at the 8th fret. And then I can take my second and third fingers and go to the 9th and 10th fret on the second string. And then pick the first string with my first finger at the 8th fret. So try this. Try to get that lick, and I led into it with the F on the 3rd string, which is at the 10th fret. And if you listen to the introduction of the solo in Chicken Blues, he plays this lick. First he plays it once, then he plays it 3 times, and then he goes into that thing. And a little bit later this month, I'm doing a classic licks series on some of the Charlie Christian ideas. And one of them I show you is a lick using that same little introduction. So you can play it anywhere. If you're in the key of G, you can lead into a solo over that second, the A-shaped scale over that second position bar chord. So the whole lick, he starts out, so that's the first part of it. Got my ring finger on the 10th fret of the 3rd string, and I kick right into that lick, then I do it again 3 times, and then I hit the bass or the root note again, and then I play over the first chord. Then I wrap it up with that little riff. And this I'm playing really over the B flat shape. And I'm doing a pull off from the 9th fret of the 2nd string to the 8th fret to the 6th fret of the 2nd string. And then to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So get that part. I'm just playing over the B flat 7th shape. Then he does this little smear. And I don't know which finger. First finger. Second finger is a little bit easier to control it. This is a lick I learned from watching Tommy Harkenrider's lesson on Renee Hall. And so the whole thing goes like this. I'll play it slowly. So after the smear, he goes to he plays the 6th fret of the 2nd string again to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then back to that. Like that. So the whole thing again, let's just take it from this lick. Then he does another smear, and it sounds to me like he's going backwards on that lick, this time from the 6th to the 8th to the 9th fret on the 2nd string. And that's the end. The solo goes on, but that's kind of the opening sequence to the solo. So let me try it again slowly. Whoops. And that's the end of it. So playing a solo in F, a lot of guys will just always play over the first position blues box. But you can play in other positions on the neck. So over that second position bar chord, the A, that's my A-shaped F chord. And the scale also over the F9th. It's kind of a combination of those two. And that is a really cool lick and idea. Listen to the whole song. The whole song is loaded with stuff. And he has licks. He has some. He's playing in different positions. You know, he's playing in 3 or 4 different spots on the neck. And again, we'll do a breakdown lesson of that a little bit later. So I hope you like this lick of the month. You know, the most useful thing you can take is this idea. And maybe come up with some ways to use that in a solo, or to lead off a solo, or to end a solo, or somewhere as a fill lick. I think that's a pretty cool idea that you can play over the 2nd position bar chord, and then any of that other stuff. This lick I'm just playing over the 4 chord, which is the B flat in that. You can play all kinds of stuff as long as the tune is in B flat. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Listen to the original tune, Chicken Blues by the Dominoes, and match it up with the tab. And if you have any questions, let me know. See you again soon.